like you said about digital footprint, people are not wise. With the invention of AI, just by typing your username, your digital footprint is out. They would see everything you have liked, everything you've reposted, everything. Are you playing? Some people even use their business name to go and troll somebody. That you need to understand that this thing would backfire.
Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined. From the heart of the nation we all take that walk.
Thank you for staying tuned. It's still the big conversation. And, you know, social media, they say, was designed to connect us, give everyone a voice, and create community. But somewhere along the line, opinions started turning toxic. And online conversations began to feel more like battlegrounds, especially those who are on the X space. You know, my God, people that can thrive on Twitter or X. I say President General among the nation, because I just go in, hello, twe, and I just drop whatever messages I have and I go out. Because I think, according to me, I think that's the most toxic platform. But
people have said that.
What do you ladies think?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And people think that they can say anything.
Anything
you know,
like.
woke generation, you can get away, you cannot gaggle me, you cannot say that, you can't, you know. So there's freedom of expression, like you said.
Absolutely. And recently, the story, I'm sure you've all read upon the story of Tunde Onokoya, the Chess and Slums guy, who was looking to hire an executive assistant. And then he put it out on Twitter. So shortly after, I came and he said he's not going to hire this particular guy because the guy had made a comment on someone's post and called a lady's vagina 2K was vagina. Yeah. And people were attacking him and saying that, hello, why should what he said on social media impact you hiring him? What do you think about that, Titi?
I'm so happy that Tunde actually called the guy or the person out, because it serves as a deterrent to other people who are using social media. Because many of the people who are very flippant about their comments on social media, they're people who need help, actually.
Exactly.
Who need employment.
That's right.
Who need admission, who need this and that.
The Motara girl as well.
Yes.
And when I saw the boys that were trolling her, I'm like,
there are people who need support in society. So it's
calling her barren. And also they
saw that her husband traveled all the way from the UK
get them arrested.
to arrest him.
Yes,
I love it.
sense.
I love it, the energy. So I would say first of all that kudos to Tunde Onokoya for calling that behavior out, because it's so pathetic, and it's so sad that social media providers they actually designed it to be like that.
Exactly.
They did. If we want to deceive ourselves, we can go ahead. That's what drive the traffic. Yes, that's what drive the content and viewership. So it now behooves on us as users to be responsible consumers and users of the platforms. So yes, Tunde, thanks for calling that out. And I also think that speaks to digital footprints.
Exactly.
Not just about being a troll, also about the opinions and views you share.
Yeah.
That's why personally, I don't really go and give hot takes on situations. I let the matter die down, because if I want to share my opinion based on how I'm feeling at that point, case in point was the issue of this pastor, this one guy, not Kuza, this recent one, Kafo. Yes, there were so many layers, and then there was another father in the faith that had been involved. So I sat down with the whole issue and I said, what position would I take off and online? Because the same position you would take online is what you should take offline. But unfortunately, most of those trolls don't have the same energy offline. So that's why it's just multi-layered conversation that has to be had.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. What constitutes, in your own opinion, to trolling? Because some people will say, I mean, I'm just being brutally honest. So where would you say we have crossed from being honest? Because that's what social media is for you to be able to speak your mind, right? So where do we cross over to becoming actual trolls?
I don't think that they are being honest. If I take it back that Twitter is the most toxic, I think it's TikTok.
TikTok toxic. TikTok is funny.
No,
it's
I
not
think
funny.
it's Twitter.
TikTok is free.
So
It gives
now-
you freedom.
So I see
TikTok is not as
a
toxic
lot
as-
of I see a lot of comments on TikTok, and the reason why people do that is because they want to sound in a particular way woke. They want to sound like I can say what's on my mind too. And I always try to check it with, you know, my words and people that, you know, young people around me. You cannot just be writing or you can't be saying anything.
Okay, what constitutes as anything? That's what let's talk about what constitutes as saying what you would consider as, because I mean at the end of the day, something you may consider as trolling is something somebody will say, but that's the truth. For example, let's look at this TikTok. Some people deliberately come on TikTok because they look a certain way.
Yes, and then post
it because they're trying to get, when you are like, okay, I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to comment, but
I
we all know it, and we run into the comment section because we know somebody who doesn't have home training.
I will not say it. See, I have a WhatsApp group.
Right. I think it's because of what you know.
Exactly.
Yes,
and your self-awareness.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I will go and say it to my friends.
Yes.
I will discuss it with my friends. I won't go and put it on social media. I used to that these are comments that you should share with your friends and laugh, you know, over. Don't go and write it out.
You have friends, some people don't. But anyway.
Okay. So maybe that's
Abigail, what's your stance?
Well, I would say trolling starts from when you intentionally try to inflict pain on another person intentionally. That's your intent. To not when you're just expressing your opinion. There are different. You can express freedom of expression, yes, but when you intentionally try to, it's sadism. That's what they call it. People with sadistic tendencies that you inflict pain. You just go out there. You look for things just to intentionally inflict pain on people. That's trolling for me. That's trolling, and I love the fact that this is now coming to light. It cannot be overemphasized how you should tailor your comments, as it's not everything that you will say. And like you said about digital footprint, people are not wise. With the invention of AI, just by typing your username, your digital footprint is out. They would see everything you have liked, everything you've reposted, everything. Are you playing? Some people even use their business name to go and troll somebody. That you need to understand that this thing would backfire. AI is now the thing in vogue. With just one type,
but what's the place of the place of redemption? And maybe like forgiveness.
What is that person?
Because I remember now that I was speaking about it, just I mean I'm talking 5 years.
I've done this.
I've not done anything irresponsible. Wait, I can't. I wasn't trained like that. I would not. I have limits. But I remember there was a particular bank I had an issue. You know, when you're having bank issues with your bank. You know how annoying it can be. So I tweeted. They have a slogan. So I removed some lines. I write. So I created something crazy, and I said, "Yama yama." I just said something about their slogan, their tagline that was the opposite of what they said. It's like when you say we are the best, and I changed it to we are the worst. If I said the actual thing, you know the bank. So I tweeted that and I tagged the bank or something. So after maybe like 6 months after they had resolved the matter, I just thought to myself that wait, I tweeted something. You understand? Like even what if I want to apply for something and I went back to the tweet. I think I deleted the tweet or something. Is it possible to delete?
Deleting it will not.
Yeah, so at that point, I feel like I did it consciously because of how I was feeling at that time. And I didn't say anything derogatory. I just said your service is in opposition to what I mean, your promise opposes what I experienced. And that was what I expressed at that time. That's for me. So imagine, we don't now say because of that.
No, but that's
I don't think they should.
That's honesty. That's not trolling.
So if you are the HR of that bank, you will see that she has said,
maybe you are she should be able to defend herself.
That's what I'm saying, that I would defend it at this point, that okay, I actually experienced, and I have receipts, this was what I experienced and all of that. But what if they don't have the patience? What if my digital footprint just says, oh, this person has said something bad about this organization? And so no, because there are many people who are looking for the same opportunities. So they're looking for how to screen you out. So that's my point. That was the point of redemption.
I want to, let's be real though. Aren't there times when you have felt like, I mean, there are times when, because like I said, some people post certain things because they're looking for they're farming, comments. And then I'm always glad that there's somebody who doesn't have home training who speaks my mind, because if I didn't have home training, so haven't you had certain situation where you felt like this person deserved, this person deserves this dragging, this person deserves this trolling, because they did it because they wanted to be trolled and dragged and become famous. So I'm always happy that I may not be able to say it, but I'm always going to comment section. Please, can somebody say it, please? Because this person who purposely and deliberately put themselves out in this way, obviously was looking for. So Haven't you felt the need? Or
I was having the same conversation with someone, and I told them that each and every one of us have a troll in us. You know, Nigerians, we like that thing.
Exactly.
You might not say it, but when someone else let me give you a quick story. There was this white lady that was traveling to Africa. Her company sent her to Africa for business, and then as soon as she got on the plane, she typed, "Oh, on my way to Africa, I hope I don't catch AIDS." Then she said, "Lol, I'm white." She put her phone on flight mode. Before she got to Africa, she had lost her job. They have dragged her. Now, let me tell you why there's selective trolling. Now, some of the comments she got under that post, somebody said, "I hope your plane crashes and you don't get to Africa." Another person said, "I hope you are raped and you contact AIDS. Let's see if your white skin will save you." Now, people ignored those comments because of what she did. So you see that we are very selective. All of us were trolls.
Do you think that people responding to someone's stupidity, because it's something I can do too. Someone's stupidity is a trolling.
Depends on how you respond. It depends on how you respond. There are intelligent way to.
We should not throw back.
No, I've seen celebrities.
I don't think it's.
No, I've seen celebrities. You throw back, you go into the gutter with the person.
That's to get
You can arrest them. I watched an interview by Nkechi Blessing where she said she actually went after somebody who said something about her. She didn't even make noise. She arrested the girl.
No, I don't think
she did.
Well,
she pressed. Yeah, she did.
She wasn't
Yes, no, you can't
she was
just
in the gym.
slander.
And somebody posted her tummy.
That picture, and her tummy was, flabby, not what we used to see. So, that's not trolling. Maybe that's intrusion of privacy. Yes. You get what I mean? But it is not that.
It's an online activity.
It's still trolling.
It is still trolling. The person intended to troll her because, of course, we know what followed.
I do not, for people who do not have the money to arrest this person, I would advise that you just ignore. Do not feed the trolls.
Right.
People no, they do. They do. Funny.
Because of power, because of
the anonymity.
Yes. No, they even go after such people. Yes. They don't go after people who have no consequences.
They do.
They do.
Have you been on TikTok?
They do.
You know that's what I'm saying.
They
TikTok
actually do.
Yes, but I'm not.
You know TikTok is where a nobody can become a somebody.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of
and everybody go
the first thing I do on TikTok is go to comment section.
I'm telling
when you see something odd and I see 19,000 comments.
I don't like comments on that.
Watch who is saying what.
Exactly.
Because let me tell you why it is worse. You said something about it is mostly nobodies. People who don't have TikTok. Anybody that has a phone, an Android phone, they're on TikTok instead of being on any other. So that's their own. So they now feel that social media, you should be vocal. You should be woke. You should be. They're not separate.
Then they just say something controversial just because they want a reaction.
God bless you. I love what you just said.
They just say nonsense. And it's literate because their level of self-awareness has not gotten to that stage that if you write this, they think that is the way to become prominent. And
but trolling has kind of become more popular or more common. Why do you think? Is this joblessness? Is it insecurity? Because I feel like when I read certain comments, it tells me a lot more about you than the person you're even trolling. I can tell maybe you're insecure. Maybe someone just said someone that looks nice, maybe a Priscilla or Joe Trust, and then someone, I can't remember one time, it was just recently, I think, her husband won an award and she posted it on Snapchat. I go on Snapchat alone and someone said, award where you buy, blah, blah, just like saying things that obviously they could not even, back up. So why do you think it's more popular? Do you think it's more because because there are some people now who have become comment section famous. Some people I look up for their comment because they make me laugh. They'll say something stupid about that, So what would you say is the reason? These are people are now more insecure, people are more jobless, or people are just now looking for that short fame.
I think it's
social media. Bam.
That's it.
Social media has
it just democratized expression. Anybody, just like
anybody.
You can actually have expression, freedom of expression, and use it, sensibly. So I think that they are looking for fame because they know that if they keep writing rubbish, people will look
that
at
act
them.
in itself, that you have to look for fame by being, it shows the kind of person you are.
Yes.
I was having a conversation with one of my academic mentors, and he was saying that, the privilege to even think and have a position or situation is a privilege. The people think that privilege is just when you have money, you have cars, you have everything that's your head. But the fact that you can think at a certain level is a privilege. So we're thinking like this because we're privileged in some way compared to those people. So those people, you have a conversation with some people and you wonder how you're just thinking.
Because I say that TikTok is worse.
Right. So Abigail, I want to ask, would you maybe marry somebody who you found that he tweeted, like, let me say, because we're on YouTube, thank God, I can say what this guy that Tunde Onokoya didn't. He said to a lady, he said Obotuke.
Yeah.
If you now found that this guy, maybe 10 years ago, treated Obotuke to a girl, would you still date that guy? Would you judge somebody based on?
Anyone, I will judge you.
I will, absolutely.
I will judge
that one is too far below.
I will judge
too
you.
Below.
Except I did not see it. But say I know, I am
your husband tweeted, oh God,
I am aware of your nonchalant attitude on social media. If you post it, you will do it.
If
you post it,
I don't
if you can type
that person can that way.
If you can think that way, you will surely act that way. That's what I believe. You can't say you have two personalities. You are this person and you are
discussing with your friend, so you know.
You are saying friends.
I'd like to see.
I need to see conversations.
It's like people WhatsApp group that you drop all these things.
Even WhatsApp, I'm very careful.
So
I am very, very careful because some people munch your conversation or forward without your
consent.
So no. So
if you are friends today, doesn't mean be friends tomorrow.
We have about 5 or 6. Okay,
I know where to hack.
So now I saw something yesterday, and I wanted to write some Facebook, and I'm like, no.
Should you write that?
Yeah, so, I do that too.
So, but do you follow Fulola on Facebook?
I do. I don't even comment.
Some people call you a troll on Facebook.
Yes. I was even going to go there. Now, how do politicians
Please follow Fulola on Facebook.
She's very, very. I think you're very, very opinionated. You don't listen to contrary opinions. So I don't even comment because I cannot.
I'm very opinionated
online with your posts.
I'm
like normally in real life,
right? But you see, I don't even want, all my social media pages are on private. You cannot find me on Facebook. You cannot find me on Instagram. You cannot find me on Twitter. Everything is private because my opinions are only. I don't even accept in people who understand me. So I'm not. I'm open to contrary opinions, but my opinions that I hold them, highly. So
I was going to even talk about politicians. I think they're the ones who deal the most with trolls. I mean, I find it very
okay just because they are politicians.
So people excuse it. They think that it's okay for you to just because you're in the opposition party, you can just say anything.
My goodness!
Or
did you see what AI they did on the president?
I was going to say that. I said no. This is it. I know we're not. We don't.
It's funny sometimes. Trust me, I laugh in my home and like.
But it's you're an indirect troll. You're happy.
Like I said, having an opinion, honest opinion, or how you feel about someone or something, does not mean that you wanted to intentionally inflict pain. Do you get it? I like how she described, trolling. Right. So it is. If I say that, Tinubu is not a competent, look at what is happening.
Yes, exactly.
That's not a troll.
That's constructive.
People go after their children.
My goodness.
So go after their families.
So let me give you an example. So, like someone died in a particular company, and that company is owned by a Lebanese family.
I remember in Ibadan.
I remember how people were coming to Her Excellency's Instagram DM. Mr. Ajimobi's DM. Saying also, and I'm like, God forbid, in my life, I will see something, someone, this lover or whoever, will write something at my age. I will now go, my age, my agency, my everything. I will now say, let me now go and, show what, you know what I mean? I will now go and be writing, sending DM, or calling the person out with my level of education and exposure. I'm not saying.
Yeah, but that's something a mass-minded person would think. And I think mass-mindedness also comes from government's not going to do it. That's where the VDMs have come from now. Government's not going to do anything about it. So if until we all go en masse
that's why
and go and attack them.
That's why I always choose personally. I like that you use that word. I choose not to be one of the masses.
Hey, energy.
Yes,
I love
I chose
it.
not to be one of the masses. So you need to, that's why I don't follow the head. All of you can be going this way. I would think and not, because it is a very bad thing.
But the truth is that society is not made up of people like you alone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, society is diverse.
The society is diverse, but I choose not to be part of the masses
Yeah.
and follow the head mentality.
All right, so, but do you think that, for example, Abigail, if people, because I think trolling festers when there's anonymity. A lot of people that are keyboard warriors, once they see you, they do not have the, some of them, when they see this politician, can they go to the president and say some of the rubbish that they say? So do you think that maybe if we had a proper ID, if there was something on social media that made it that we will know is Abigail, and you cannot open a burner account to troll, do you think that it will reduce
I don't think
trolling?
that would work, because if you put people's ID on social media, you are exposing them to attack.
No, if you're on social media, you're already giving up your privacy rights. So to a certain extent,
To
they
a
ask
certain
you,
extent.
do you agree to the terms and
Things
conditions?
you don't even read.
Yeah,
But
they ask
it's not
you.
only anonymity alone. I mean, I remember the last, I talked about it this morning, the last AFCON, competition.
Yes.
That it will be, was it AFCON or something? It will be, Tunde Ednot set this guy up for trolling. And he said that he was playing like a woman or something. So now Iwobi is now one of their heroes,
Yes.
So that's why I said that being part of the, anybody that follows all those accounts back to back, I usually look at them that, is there something? Yes,
Or you need the gist now.
Exactly.
No.
I know that's the time I used to judge people that follow gist lover.
I
used to
follow
judge
them back to back.
You
I don't
don't
comment.
keep-
I don't comment. I don't like. I don't do anything. But I just want to
conditioning
see.
your mind.
Okay,
How
that's
start
what-
conditioning your mind,
Right.
to start saying things certain ways.
Right. You're going to say something, Abigail.
No, I was saying that's the discipline that restrains you from.
I
doing
wouldn't
certain
comment.
things.
I won't like.
It's
I won't do
not
anything. But I want to
commenting.
see what's going
What
on
people
in
are
this
thinking.
world.
you
I
should
can't be
see.
caged in my
Yes,
own
no,
bubble.
what about them conditioning? You don't know that they are conditioning you.
Everybody's conditioning.
Exactly.
If you're
Because
branding
life,
yourself,
yes,
you're
you
conditioning.
condition,
So you have to
yes.
choose what you're
One time I used to
conditioning.
be ashamed because I used to judge people that follow gist lover. So I used to just go and see. I would not follow.
No, I
I'd
follow
go and
them
search,
with my
and then
phone
go until I was like,
We need to be
Shai said,
informed, though.
I'll
What's
lock you.
happening?
Yeah, my sister gives me
I don't
updates.
want to lock me.
Have you followed the new account? Oh yeah, follow. Because it just is
Are they
just
still exist?
I
just
don't
like
think
we
so.
follow
They-
news
I
items.
don't
I
think
follow
so.
all those.
All those G's. I think
They
they're no longer
exist.
gist lover.
They exist.
lover.
It's just
They
that they
do.
always report the accounts a lot. So
Anyway, okay, well, I mean, social media has made it easier than ever to speak, but also easier to harm. Insult, pile-ons, cancel culture, and anonymous attacks have become common online. And for some people, trolling feels like entertainment. For them, it's all cruise.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
that's the
I know. For
word.
others, it leaves,
Cruise.
real emotional and professional damage. That's one of the things we don't understand, that, there are real people that you are typing these
Real
things
emotions.
to, and so we need to be mindful of that. We're going to take another break. When we come back, it will be time for our agree or disagree segment. Don't go away.
Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined. It's the big conversation where the real ones talk.
Welcome back. It is still the big conversation, and of course we've had such an insightful conversation. They say social media is not just a mirror, it's a megaphone, and while everyone has a right to an opinion, no one has the right to dehumanize others. I mean, the challenge of a digital age is learning how to speak boldly without becoming cruel, and how to hold people accountable without erasing their humanity. All right, it's time for agree or disagree. So take out your cards, ladies, and get ready to vote. And if you're watching us online as well, we want you to vote as well on our agree or disagree segment. And a statement is going to be written boldly on the screen. So here it goes. It is: social media platforms are more responsible for online toxicity than the users.
That's what she said.
I disagree.
She actually is disagreeing. Social media platforms are, wait, please put it on the screen again. Social media platforms are more responsible for online toxicity than users. Okay, I'm going to agree. Okay. You disagree? Yeah, I agree
I
too.
disagree.
Oh, I love
I
it.
use
I love it. I love it. Okay, let's start with Abigail.
Let's see the question again.
Yeah, social media social media platforms are
more responsible
for
online
toxicity than
so social media, of course, they are responsible.
platforms.
Before, when social media was not this popular, people would not really have the medium to express themselves in that kind of manner. But the introduction of social media gave everyone freedom of expression, in the sense that you as a person can say and do anything to someone who naturally, normally you wouldn't be able to. So I think social media is a very, very great aid for online toxicity. I'm not talking about normal toxicity. I'm talking about online, of course, the social media.
Okay, so I think that's, you know, the every user of social media needs to get, you know, get into some certain level of self-awareness, you know, and say that this is social media. It's just like smoking, you know. You can smoke responsibly. They will write it there that, oh, you can either use this device to die young. Yes. So it is not your choice. So we should not blame the medium. We should rather, you know, make people to be self-aware. Don't write things, you know, that would maybe 10 years time, you know, you start regretting that.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm definitely agreeing as well. And I say because it says more. Because I think that everybody, I think Abigail said it, there's an inner troll inside everybody.
There is.
It's just that some of us have home training, and the majority, percentage of people who have home training are not plenty now. Because obviously the family system also is being attacked. And so a lot of children are not being parented right, so you don't know that there's some things. Now, when we're growing up,
you shouldn't say.
Hey, when a guest is in the house, exactly. Not some control everything. Lonso, jury lenu so. Okay, you know, so you know what I mean. So, but a lot of people are not raised right. So, a lot of people are also, you know. So, I feel like because there's an inner troll in everybody, the onus lies on the platforms to do a lot more to ensure that you weed out, and we're doing that at some point.
They are still doing it. You can report them.
People, you can report. They put certain things.
You can do
place,
that,
but they can do more. Yes. Because at the end of the day, if you live a society without a government, everybody is going to be hijacking shops and doing all sorts of things. So I think that the government, just like as the government is there to ensure that we have a stable environment, social media also, the platforms are the government there, and they must govern those platforms properly.
No, I don't know where to stand anymore. But I maintain that, you know, it's not social media. I think it's you. I think it's your ability to restrain yourself. You can't say that because social media has made people popular, launched people like Fowles the Bad Guy or social media, you know, a lot of them, name it, they have come through to the limelight because of social media. So you can't blame social media for your irresponsibility. Of course. So I think if you do not have the self-discipline, if you have not trained yourself to be able to use social media responsibly, you always blame social media. I have gone to the comment section before where maybe you see a video and then you have an opinion, you're like, oh, it's not bad, this person has done so well, and then you go to the comment section and someone is saying, look at his neck, look at that, and you see that all true. That's what people will now start saying. You will even be tempted to check again and be like, am I not seeing well? I think this is a good, but I would never. I would rather I'll give a very, you know, particular example. Toyosi Etim Efyong and her husband. You know, I understand where she's coming from because I've read her book. I've been following her. So when she says certain things, I know the background. But people who don't know her, who don't follow them closely, they will think, oh, she's just being obsessive, she's just being this. I don't share that sentiment. So there was something she said. I think you know how they cut clips from podcasts. When you go to podcasts, be careful. They just cut clips and then it just looked like something else. I said, I know Toyosi. So I went to watch the full video. So and then when I saw the comments, I was like, people, calm down. It's just because you yourself, you don't have discipline to use social media. Before you comment, think, you know that this thing is doing. When you say a short message, so you shouldn't. So it's not social media. Social media has allowed you to connect to people that you watch from afar, but you have the responsibility to understand. Even when people are dead demons, that you know, blacklisted them, like this Chris Okafo. I went to check up on him. Who is he? How old is he? Why is he acting this way? Before I can even have
Yes.
a comment to say about
Masses
him.
do not behave that way.
Yeah,
It's
so
not good to
that
be
is
part of
why
the
I'm
masses.
saying that it is not the social media, it is you.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So I disagree.
No, for people who are being trolled, how then do you handle trolls
Yes.
on the internet? I think it's just like fishing. Actually, trolling in fishing is when you put like bread or on the hook and you throw it into the
Bait,
water.
so it's
It's
baiting
bait.
you.
So that's what there are two factors of internet trolling: the attack and your response.
Yeah.
Your response is what feeds this
Yeah.
internet trolls. So don't feed them.
Exactly. Don't
Don't
take
feed
that.
them.
That's what I was saying
Don't
about
take the
Bishop
bait.
T.D. Jakes. He
Yeah.
said, no matter what they write, because people feed off, his name,
Yes,
people's
your
names.
emotion.
Once they see the headline, Bishop, or a Nigerian, people want to read it. So
Right.
you cannot even have the time. I can't imagine
Right.
Oprah Winfrey responding to everybody that says
Exactly.
something about
Or
him.
even Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, so that's why I think as a person, as
Yeah.
a popular figure, the onus lies on you to tell your story. Don't let
Exactly.
people tell your story for you.
Exactly.
Tell your story the way you want to tell it, and whatever they interpret it as.
Absolutely.
is their
Yes,
cup
and
of
I just think that, what you type says a lot about you. So, and you are exposed, a lot of you think you are private, but from your comments, we can see how you
see
were raised.
through you.
We can see your parents
Wallahi.
and where they were negligent in raising you. Because of, you can say certain things constructively, but by the time you start, look at her breasts, look at his teeth. Why must it become personal because you want to correct somebody?
Yes.
Like you told your CTF young
What's
thing.
your own, even
What
if
I
she's
mean,
not
she's
obsessed
obsessed with, it's
with
her
her
husband
husband.
she's obsessed with, not your own husband. So for me, there's a lot of things I want to say, but just waka pass. And if you don't have that restraint,
Really.
it says a lot
what I
about
want
you.
to start doing now is for
Off
people
your
who I
comments.
know that have been, impacting society positively. I think it's good to speak out for them instead of just keeping
Yes,
quiet.
Yeah.
I
yes,
think it's
yes.
Yeah, just don't like to get involved. Maybe that's another level. Get involved.
Yeah.
I just
Use
don't
your
get involved
voice
because I feel like you have the one that put your life out there. You better be ready.
And if you
it's a public space, so
if-
be ready for the
if
negative.
you do not have the heart to carry such trolling off your comments, just
Ooh.
yes, you can.
They will come to or they will come to you in the DM.
Chukwueze, he's trying to
Yes.
They say we should not come back to Nigeria. That will be
Yes,
PPT.
yes.
Even for me that I didn't play the match, I can imagine
said
how
the verse.
Yes.
Actually, sports fans are some of the worst trolls ever. Sports.
they don't care about you.
Sports or people who are anti-religious. So anything a pastor says that they should is a popular.
Bobby's
Yeah, I
video
saw
this
Bobby.
morning.
I saw it.
wow.
I
Oh,
saw it.
that's
So,
if
yeah.
you want to play for Nigeria.
Play with
Play
your
like
heart.
I had assassin.
Yeah.
That you are doing this.
No, but what was
Yes,
what Chukwueze, what he
absolutely.
did was
I think public figures
Right.
need to learn the emotional
Yes.
stamina to deal with
Obviously,
what comes
you
with
think that
fame.
some of them don't even
Absolutely.
read all these
Wow.
things.
exactly.
Yeah, so-
Well, thank you so much, ladies. That's been such and I hope someone has learned from it. Someone who was a troll. No,
Cruise.
yes.
Use that word.
Yeah, exactly.
They are
It's not
saying
cruise. Know that there's someone, you are typing something and you don't know that it's going to hurt that
It's a
person's
cruise.
feelings. I guess if you thought about that person like your brother or your sister, you'd be mindful of what you say and how you say it to that person. So let's look at our wise words very quickly before we run off on today's edition of The Big Conversation. Titi, do you want to read it for us?
Sure. The problem is not the internet; it's how we use it. Tim
Then-
Berners-Lee, absolutely agree.
It's true. It's like a gun. It's in
Yeah.
whose hand it is. All right. And I know for some of you, it's your escape. But trust as you are escaping. Don't not jassy. Let me not.
Janjaku.
Jajaku. I don't want to know into my comment section. So just be mindful. But anyway, that's where we draw the curtain on today's big conversation. Let's remember, behind every username is a real person, and behind every post is a choice. Thank you for watching. Thank you for engaging, and thank you for being a part of the big conversation. I'm Ronke Kiwa Onofuwa. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on another fantastic edition of The Big Conversation.
Voices rising, stories told, truth unfolding, brave and bold. In this space we speak our mind, different views all intertwined.